Hi guys, and welcome to Photoshop Tutor. Today I'm going to show you how to add low poly effect to text using Photoshop. Low poly basically refers to 3D meshes that have a number of small polygons. It's usually produced using a 3D software, but in this tutorial I'll show you how to achieve a 2D version of it using Photoshop and a really simple application. So this is the image which we'll start with, and this is what it will look like after we have done with the tutorial. So now let's get right to it. For this tutorial I'm using Photoshop CS6, but any version of Photoshop above CS4 would do. So first of all, let's create a new workspace. Now the resolution is up to you. You can have any resolution you want. There. Now the background, I'm going to use a silver radial gradient background. So I'm going to use light silver and dark silver as a background and a foreground color, and then use radial gradient as a background. So there, now I've selected radial gradient, and I'm going to drag now from the center to any of the corners to get a radial gradient, right? So now I've done this, I'm going to type. Now as a font, you're going to need Interpret Extra Bold. The download link for this font has been given in the description below. This is the website and this is the font Intrepid Extra Bold. So now coming back to the tutorial. Now I'm going to type Photoshop Tutor. So yeah. Now I've centered it, and let's bring it to the center of the workspace. Yeah. We're going to select the text so that we can change the color. So to select the text only, press the Control key and then the text thumbnail on the right hand side. Now create a new layer and select two colors. For example, I'm going to select light green and dark green. Right. Now I'm going to apply the clouds filter. For that, go to Filter, Render, and then click on Clouds, and then now here I can't really see the difference in the green, so I'm going to increase the disparity between them. I'm going to make the light green lighter and the dark green darker, and I'm going to apply clouds again. So there you can see it's more prominent now. Now that I've done this, I'm going to deselect by pressing Ctrl D. Right, and now we're going to save this as a JPEG image or a JPG image. From the drop down, select JPEG image. Yeah, and save it. Now we're going to use a very simple application here, which is Image Triangulator. Right. To download this, this is the website. The link has been given in the description below, and you can download it for the Mac and for the 32-bit or the 64-bit version of Windows. Let's get, and you can download it as a zip file. So once you open the zip file, you'll see the .exe file. You just got to double click and it will start running on its own. Once it runs, you will get two dialog boxes, one on the left, one on the right, like I have just shown you. Now you're going to open an image and you're going to select the image we just saved. So now it says the image was too large and it just cropped it and saved it up. So that's not a big deal. Anyway. So let me just drag the image onto the main screen. Now what we're going to do is we're going to mark anchor points on this image. You can see those little blue dots which are coming on the screen. Yep, those are anchor points. So they are the ones responsible for creating the polygons on this image. So let's just create it. What you got to make sure is that they are close together, and the longer the length, the more the number of anchor points are there. For example, in some cases you might make an error in marking. So all you got to do is press E or click on the error, and then you get a small circle, and then you can click and delete those anchor points and then make them again, like I just did. So anyway, let's do it as soon as possible. And well, this is actually a little time-taking procedure, but the end result is also very beautiful. now that this is done, you just click on result and you get something like this. Well, this is happening because I have not applied anchor points to the P and the R inside, so I'm going to do that right now. R and to P. That's also done. So now when I click on result, I should see what it will basically look like. So this is what the final result will look like, and now I can play around with polygons all around, give it a more 3D and a natural effect. Well, you can click inside also, depending on the points where you want the vertices of the polygons to be. So you can play around with it and you can leave it at any desired style. Once you've done this, you can save it as a PDF, right? You can name the PDF anything you want. Alright, so once you save the PDF, let me just open, let me tell you that it is a success, and I'll just open the PDF and show it to you. But before that, let's just head over to Adobe Photoshop. If you want it in any other format, for example JPEG, you can just open the PDF in Adobe Photoshop itself. This is the version as a PDF, and you can see it's come out as a low poly text effect. And now you can even open the PDF in Photoshop to save it as a JPEG, GIF, PNG format. Alright, so there, now you can see it's opened as a PDF, and then you can click OK, and this is the final text with a low poly effect. Well, thanks for watching this tutorial video. Do post your comments below and don't forget to subscribe.